Welcome to Newt's World Podcast on the iHeart Podcast Network, Episode 11 of The Greatest American Inventions. Today's invention is one most Americans use every single day without thinking about it for a second. And it was a gift, a deliberate, expensive, strategic gift from the American government to every person on Earth. GPS. The Global Positioning System is a network of 31 satellites orbiting 12,500 miles above Earth. Each broadcasts a continuous radio signal containing two pieces of information: the satellite's precise location and the precise time. A GPS receiver picks up signals from multiple satellites simultaneously. By measuring the tiny difference in arrival times, it calculates its distance from each satellite. With signals from 4 or more, it pinpoints its location in 3 dimensions: latitude, longitude, altitude, to within a few meters. The timing has to be accurate to billionths of a second. The satellites carry atomic clocks, and GPS receivers must account for effects predicted by Einstein's general relativity. Clocks in orbit tick at a slightly different rate than clocks on the ground. GPS is, among other things, a daily, practical demonstration of Einstein's physics. The system was developed by the Department of Defense beginning in the early 1970s. First satellite launched in 1978. Full constellation operational in 1994. Total development costs, roughly $12 billion. Designed as a military system for precision navigation and weapons guidance. But the decision that matters most in GPS history was made not by an engineer. It was made by a president. On September 1st, 1983, Soviet fighters shot down Korean Airlines Flight 007, which had strayed off course. All 269 people aboard were killed, in part because of a navigation error. President Reagan announced that once GPS was complete, it would be made freely available to civilian users worldwide. No charge, no license, no restrictions. The United States had spent billions building a navigation system and was now giving it to the entire world. Civilian applications took off slowly, then explosively. In 2000, President Clinton ordered the military degradation of the civilian signal removed, making civilian GPS as accurate as military. GPS chips rapidly shrank and fell in price. By the mid-2000s, standalone navigation devices sold by the tens of millions. By 2010, GPS chips were standard in smartphones, and navigation apps like Google Maps transformed how people move through the world. But navigation is the most visible application, not the most important one. Financial markets use GPS timing to synchronize transactions. The time stamping of trades requires microsecond accuracy, and GPS provides it. Without GPS timing, the modern financial system would not function. Cell networks use GPS to synchronize their towers. Aviation uses it for approach and landing. Farmers use it to plant with centimeter precision. Search and rescue teams locate people in distress. The National Institute of Standards and Technology estimated GPS contributes more than $1.5 trillion to the U.S. economy alone. Its global contribution is several times that. GPS tells us something important about the relationship between government investment and technological progress. GPS could not have been built by the private sector in 1973. The cost was too high, the timeline too long, the payoff too uncertain. Only government could make that investment. Big government alone couldn't have generated the applications, the navigation apps, the agricultural tools, the financial systems that made GPS so valuable. Those required entrepreneurship, competition, and the creative energy of the private market. GPS is a story about the right relationship between government and the market. Government invests in foundational infrastructure. The private sector builds on it. And if the government is wise enough, as Reagan's administration was, to make that infrastructure openly available, the results can be extraordinary. $1.5 trillion in economic value from a gift. Next time, we go back to the street, a sidewalk at Midtown Manhattan, where in April 1973, an engineer made a phone call that would eventually connect 8 billion people. The mobile phone. Newt's World is produced by Gingrich 360 and iHeartMedia. Our executive producer is Garnsey Sloan. Our researcher is Rachel Peterson. Special thanks to the team at Gingrich 360. If you've been enjoying Newt's World, I hope you'll go to Apple Podcasts and both rate us with 5 stars and give us a review so others can learn what it's all about. Join me on Substack at Gingrich360.net. I'm Newt Gingrich. This is Newt's World.